Good morning. This is the Sister Cindy Show, Help Meets for Heroes. Episode 11, Am I Talking Too Much? I hope everybody is having a great summer. Got a good start last weekend. We are here in Terre Haute, Indiana, our hometown, and starting our summer. And last weekend we had some of the grandchildren come and our children, and this weekend was actually this week our granddaughter Iris is here too. She came a week ago and is going to be with us for a couple of weeks. My topic this morning is, am I talking too much? Oh yeah, there's one more thing I wanted to say before we get into that. I have one more trip to go on. This week I'm taking my daughter Martha, her two sons that are only 3 months old and 18 months old, and my granddaughter Iris, a 9-year-old, and Sister Myrna. We're all going down to my mother's, and then Sister Myrna and I are going on to a conference in Orlando, which I might tell you about that. It's pretty exciting. I'll tell you about that. I'll be posting or another video. But after that, I want to do the Help Meets for Heroes show every week this summer. And I'd like to have maybe a set time of a day of the week, a set time of day. So I'm not absolutely promising, but that's one of my goals for the summer. And I definitely will be doing a show once a week. And I've got lots of great topics. I've been talking to some of the moms married to these heroes, our open-air preachers, our campus preachers, event preachers, and just finding out some of the struggles they're going through and some of the same issues and struggles I had, married to a hero, a open-air campus preacher. Oh, I think this is going to be our 35th anniversary this year, and it's been wonderful. So in the comments, tell me what is a good day for you, a good time of day. I just want so that if you want to catch the show live. Our topic this morning is, am I talking too much? And it's from James chapter 1, verse 19. Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear and slow to speak, slow to wrath. Now, the slow to wrath part may be another topic, but for today, we're just talking about, wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear and slow to speak. Now, it seems that a lot of women have read this verse and concluded it's for men only. Because after all, it says, my beloved brethren, and it says, let every man. So we women tend to talk, say about 20,000 words a day, whereas the men only say 10 to 13,000. With my husband, if he's not preaching, it's probably more like 5,000 or maybe even only 1,000 a day. My hero is a quiet man. Now, scientists are saying the reason we females talk so much is we have a FOXP2 protein. Well, everybody has the FOXP2 protein. It's called the language protein. But we females have a lot more of it than the males. That's what the scientists are saying. And that's why we talk 20,000 words a day to their 13,000. The feminists are not too happy with this scientific discovery. They say it's very sexist and stereotyping the females. But science is science, and ladies, we have an abundance of the FOXP2 protein. Now, by now, it seems like by my age, I would know to not talk too much. But I still have to struggle with it. Last Saturday, my husband got home. I hadn't seen him in 4 or 5 weeks. He'd been on this mission trip. And I know that when my husband gets home, he likes it quiet. I can say, "Dear, how did your meeting go?" And his response is, "No small stir. You can read about it in my journal on Facebook." So I know these things. But he came home last Saturday, and Iris was here, and it was the start of the summer. We hadn't seen each other. And of course, the first thing my husband wanted was food. So I made him a grilled cheese sandwich, and Iris and I are in the kitchen, and I realized I had not gotten my 20,000 word quota in for the day. So I started talking a lot in my excitement that my hero was home, and my granddaughter Iris, 9 years old, was with us for a couple of weeks. I'm just chatter, chatter, chatter. And in the middle of my story, it dawned on me that my husband doesn't like a lot of talking when he first gets home. And so I stopped the story right in the middle, and I said, "Dear, am I talking too much?" And Iris thought I was talking to her, and she said, "Oh no, the story is interesting. I like it." Then we both looked over at my husband. Thank you. We both looked over at just had mail delivery. That seems to happen when I get on the phone. But my husband, we looked over at my husband, and he said, "Well, I don't need all the details." Iris and I looked at each other and smiled. And then the rest of the week, we've been saying, "Well, I don't need all the details." So, I was talking a little too much. And another thing that happened this week that made me want to bring up this topic is yesterday we got up and we were having our coffee together. Now, background information. Not all men like this, but my husband really likes breakfast. And so, not all mornings, but most mornings I make him breakfast. He is good if I'm in a hurry or something. He'll make himself some toast or cereal. But usually it's eggs and something good. So, but we were just having our coffee, and I had already been awake about an hour and a half, and my mind really goes in the morning. I'm a morning person. And so I said, "Dear, let's get our calendars out and plan the summer," because I'm a big planner. So I got his calendar and my calendar, and we're talking, and I'm marking up both the calendars. Then we get into our fall plans, which August 22nd or so, we will be starting our ministry over 4.5 decades on the college campuses. So, of course, we're both very excited and talking about our plans for the fall, especially since we're going to be trying to hit a lot of the campuses that we couldn't hit last fall because of my broken ankle. So, I'm all excited, chattering on about everything and plans and possible plans and where we might go and who's coming here to minister with us. And all of a sudden, my husband says, "Are we going to have breakfast?" In other words, I was trying to hit him with too much, too early, before he had the food. Ladies, men need food. And they think better with food. They make better plans with food. So, of course, I stopped the chatter and the planning and got up and made breakfast. So, back to our Bible verse for the day, for those of you that just got on, James 1:19. Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, listen to our heroes, and slow to speak. Word for the day. Number 1, feed your hero first. And number 2, leave out the details. Finally, if you wonder if you're talking too much, here's a self-test, ladies. Stop and ask your husband, am I talking too much, dear? If he doesn't answer, you know he has already zoned out and you're talking too much. Okay, everybody have a great day. Hello, Sister Tina. Thank you for watching. Share this with your friends. Good morning, friend Susan. And ask your hero what you can do for him today. Give him a big kiss and say, dear, how can I help you today? This has been HelpMEETS for Heroes, episode 11. Am I talking too much? The Sister Cindy Show. See you next week. Bye.